Even after all of that, there is still an expectation that the United States is going to have not a rise in GDP, but a fall in GDP, probably of 5%. So even with an enormous, huge package of the kind the USA has had, they're going to have a fall. And in the case of India, the so-called package of 20 lakh crores, or let's say 10% of GDP, of that only 1% of GDP is actually a fiscal stimulus. Too little and it's too late. If you look at the United States of America, they've passed a first package of $2 trillion, it's 10% of GDP. Now they are preparing another 3 trillion to go up to 25% of GDP. Over and above it, the Federal Reserve has said unlimited purchasing of government securities, corporate bonds, the paper of various non-financial companies. Because they said we are going to do whatever it takes. Even after all of that, there is still an expectation that the United States is going to have not a rise in GDP, but a fall in GDP, probably of 5%. So even with an enormous, huge package of the kind the USA has had, they're going to have a fall. And in the case of India, the so-called package of 20 lakh crores, or let's say 10% of GDP, of that only 1% of GDP is actually a fiscal stimulus. Everything else refers either to measures by the Reserve Bank of India, which are needed, no doubt about it. So you need the measures of the Reserve Bank of India to preserve the financial sector, to prevent bankruptcies rising, to have a green loans. You need all that. But basically, of this package that Mr. Modi has brought, only 1% is a new fiscal thing. And of it, the remaining 9% is RBI moves, promises, expansion of some existing schemes, guarantees, proposals of future projects like housing for the migrants. Therefore, it is too little. In my view, he could have at least gone for 5% of GDP. Arvind Subramaniam has said something similar. Raghuram Rajan had said something similar. Quickly go and do what is necessary. But also, don't go overboard like the Americans. The fact is that whatever happens, whatever we do, there is a huge global recession which is not going to spare us. Whatever happens, we are going to have a fall in GDP. So, to call this new package a stimulus, I mean, it's a bit of a joke. A stimulus is something that stimulates you. It's not something that gives you negative GDP growth. So all you can say is that this is not a stimulus, it is a sedative. So while you are sinking, it reduces the pain. So it is a sedative, but it is not a stimulus. It is not enough. It is not enough to be a stimulus. It is not even enough as a sedative. There is a huge amount of misery that's going to be created. In my view, the sums that you are sending out to Jan Dhan Yojana or migrant labor or sending to the state governments, this could have been increased at least to 5% of GDP. Mr. Modi has decided to be very conservative. He's worried that the rating agencies might downgrade him. And so he has been ultra cautious on this. So I would say yes, this particular package, as far as the direct stimulus is concerned, is too little too late. The silver lining, and it's a big silver lining, is that he is trying to take advantage of the crisis to push through medium-term reforms. Among them, the most prominent is the unambiguous embrace of privatizations. Privatization, the P word was supposed to be very, very difficult earlier on. Now, one example, unambiguously they say, there will be certain strategic sectors where there will be public sector undertakings with private sector competition. And in all the other sectors, we will privatize all public sector undertakings as feasible. That is a major change. There are various other reforms proposed on land and labor, electricity. We will have to see how far those go. But shall we just say that Mr. Modi has been extremely conservative, too late, too little on the so-called stimulus package. The silver lining is that there is now a prospect of reforms of the sort that we have not associated with Modi. These will not be incrementalist.